right, John, you ready to go? John. John. John!
Oh, sorry. What was that? You ever find yourself in a noisy environment where you have a hard time making out individual conversations? If so, I might have just the gadget to help you out. I'm John P., and you're watching Geek Beat. A couple of months ago, RCA sent us the Symphonix. They call it a personal sound amplifier, and Callie instantly shoved it in my direction. You see, about 15 years ago, I had a terrible ear infection that robbed me of about half my hearing in my right ear. And when people talk to me, I'm always like, huh? What? Can you say that again? So I guess Callie was sick of repeating herself. Anyway, trying to explain how the Symphonix actually sounds is a bit like trying to describe 3D video to you on a 2D monitor. It's something that differs for each person and something you really have to experience. But if I were to try to put it into words, I'd do it like this. For me, the Symphonix does two things. First, it amplifies the volume of everything around. That's important because clearly if you aren't getting enough sound, nothing else matters. Taking a bunch of noise and amplifying it still leaves your brain to do a lot of processing and figure out what's being said. But the Symphonix also incorporates some sort of digital signal processing that seems to sharpen the sound. This is the part that's hard to explain, but I'd say it's the equivalent of when you edit a photo and turn up the clarity. Things that were once fuzzy get much clearer. And that's what the Symphonix does for my hearing. After amplifying things to a more acceptable level, it also helps me separate the voices, especially from background noise. When I pulled the Symphonix out for the first time, I had no idea how to get this squiggly little thing into my ear, and honestly, I wondered why anyone would design something like this. But then I shoved it in my ear and just kind of crammed in this extra thingy in there as well, and bingo, it fit like a glove. It's ridiculously simple to operate. There's a tiny switch at the bottom and you just flip it down to turn it on. I remember the first time I did that. It astonished me. It was like turning on a light bulb. I mean, all of a sudden I remembered what it was like to hear all those years ago. Beside the power switch is a little button which you hold down for about a second to change volume levels. There are 3 settings, which is good. Around the office or just in normal listening environments, the lowest setting is plenty for me. But if we're in Las Vegas or at a convention or something like that, I turn it up to the highest setting. The Symphonix will generally last me most of the day on a single charge, and it comes with this little charging base that I plug into any old USB port to juice it up. It usually takes a few hours to fully charge, so if you can, I'd recommend getting a couple of these so you can always have one charged. It's comfortable enough that you forget you have it on after a while, and as you can see, it has no impact on wearing glasses, even with thin titanium frames like mine. The Symphonix isn't going to repair hearing problems, but it will dramatically increase your ability to pick up sounds. And for people like me, that can be a life-altering experience. And because of that, we're giving RCA the Editor's Choice Award for this amazing little device. If you've got a special someone in your life who's always asking you to repeat everything you say, pick one up as a holiday gift for them and see what happens. For more reviews and other videos, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/geekbeattv. And if you like them, give it a thumbs up. See you later. Like this?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay, bring it.
All right.
Bring the pain. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Oh.
I don't know what to do with my hands.